Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Here we are again. This is Strawberry Moon's Reborn Dad, Mr. B.
That would be me.
And me. And today we have Bert and Lacey with us. And they're kind of keeping quiet today and not talking. They only talk on Sundays. Well, yeah, I know you talk other days as well, but when you do, only I can hear you, fortunately.
And you certainly talk, Lacey. You do.
People can't hear how you cheat me on other days. So, we thought we'd come and have a little chat to you today, and I don't know whether you find this if you have YouTube channels of your own, but people who watch your channels tend to ask a lot of questions, and I don't mind. It's wonderful that people want to know things. Sometimes people say things that aren't so nice, and sometimes people say lovely things, and that's, you know, what being a YouTuber is all about. But I thought today we'd have a little chat, aren't we, Mr. B, and we'd answer some of the questions that we mostly get asked.
Definitely, because as I said the other week, there was a YouTube channel that we were talking about, and he had a frequently asked questions part of every page in the description on his videos.
Yeah.
So it was nice to address some of these questions, isn't it?
Yeah. So the first question I often get asked is, how did I get into Reborns? Well, the answer to that is I was a very unhappy person in the early 2000s because I'd found out that I couldn't have any children. Now, I'd known that for a long time, but I was very bitter about the whole thing and very self-absorbed, and I couldn't be around pregnant people or people with babies, and I don't think I was very nice at all. And I had toy baby dolls, but they were just toys. They felt very light, and I had all the interactive ones that did things and cried and stuff, but they weren't, I didn't like them, because once you got to the end of exploring what they did, you just got bored with them, and they just got thrown in a cupboard. And then I also collected porcelain dolls, and in 2005 I went to America, and one of the places we were going to visit on that tour was New York, and someone said to me, don't forget to go to FAO Schwartz, which is a big toy shop, when you're in New York, because they have the best dolls in the world there. So I made it a point to go to FAO Schwartz, and I didn't see anything I liked or couldn't have got cheaper at home when I was in FAO Schwartz, and I was just getting ready to leave. And somebody said to me, or the guide that was taking me around said to me, oh, there's a whole counter full of baby dolls in cribs, beautiful baby dolls they are. Do you want to see? And I said, yeah. So I went up to the counter, and somebody said, do you want to hold a baby? And I said, oh, yes, please. So this baby was put into my arms, and it weighed about 3 pounds, and it was lovely and soft and floppy. And all of a sudden, I had what I call my epiphany moment. And I thought, this is like a real baby. And this is just amazing. This is more like a real baby than anything I've ever felt before. And I just have to have it. What it actually was a Lee Middleton newborn nursery doll. It wasn't at all like a reborn, like any of the reborns we have now. But it was the first step on my journey. And I kind of felt this great big gnawing empty hole in me that I'd been trying to fill up just a little bit. And I was shown how. So that was my first real baby doll, collectible baby doll. And I had Lee Middletons for quite some years. And then when I got married to Mr. B, or got together with Mr. B in 2012, that's when we first started to hear about reborns and find out what they were. And then I got this one here in 2012, and the rest is history.
Do you think that reborns, were they around in the form that we know them quite a bit before 2012?
Oh yes, I'm sure they were.
Because just because we'd heard about them at that point doesn't mean to say that's when they just started.
I'm not sure when they started, but I'm sure they were around, definitely. I know that when I first started finding out about them, they were very much more expensive than they are now. I think the prices I was looking at when I first started looking at them were like £1,000 for a vinyl doll that I would pay about 250 for these days. But yeah, they were definitely around. But so that's how I first started to get into Reborns, and I'm just so thankful that nasty, unhappy, self-absorbed, jealous person is gone, and I'm just so full of joy and happiness and well, love these days. I just so am. So yeah, hooray for Reborns. So another thing what's another thing I get asked?
About the name of the YouTube channel.
Oh yes. How did I think of the name for my YouTube channel? That's what I get asked a lot too. That one, I was just I just using my username Megalulu Bear as my channel name, and I thought that's nothing to do with the Reborns. I want something nice and kind of whimsical. And then I thought of a song that my grandma used to sing me. I've always been fascinated with the moon. I've loved the moon, even though I've never seen it. She used to sing me a song about a strawberry moon in a blueberry sky. I don't know whether I can sing it, a little bit of it. My voice isn't very good today. Let me see. There's a strawberry moon in a blueberry sky, in a garden high over Manhattan. Oh, what a heavenly pattern. Even your ma and your pa never saw such a strawberry moon in a blueberry sky, looking down on two starry-eyed people, gazing at stars round the steeple. In a church where you'll marry me soon, under a strawberry moon. Sorry about the croaks, but that's how it goes. And there's a story about that, isn't there, Miss B? Because you were trying to find a certain version of that song.
Yes, I'm a real radio fanatic. I love things about British and European radio, and I always have since I was a very little boy. And there was a documentary, and it contained this song, because the BBC at that time, they wouldn't allow, the head of the gramophone department really had a preference for British recordings of American songs, and a lot of American artists have recorded this particular song, A Strawberry Moon in a Blueberry Sky, but the version that I was familiar with was by someone called Donald Piers, who is actually Welsh, and he recorded it in 1948 when he was at the pinnacle of his career, really. And I didn't know where to get this particular song.
You didn't even know who it was by.
I didn't know who it was by at the time. No, I've learned a lot about him since. And you found
I found
that
it
version,
for you,
didn't you?
And I actually made my phone play it, and you were so amazed. I'll never forget how surprised and amazed and pleased you were when I knew the song, because my grandma had sung it for me. And I looked it up on Google, and I found who it was, and I made, because I had Apple Music, I made somebody whose name I mustn't mention or she'll pipe up, play it for me and play it for you, and it's been one of our favourite songs ever since. So when I was looking for a name for my channel, I sort of thought Strawberry Moon Reborns, and I looked to see if anyone else had it, and they didn't. So that's what it was called.
And then we set about getting the technicalities sorted out, such as naming the channel, getting the URL, the web address, all sorted out with Strawberry Moon Reborns.
Yeah. I haven't got any art yet, though. I haven't found anyone to draw me any art. I would love to have a big full moon on my art, but I haven't got it yet.
That's a project for this year.
Yeah. The other thing, what else have people asked me?
So, can you give me a Reborn?
Has anyone else had this? If anybody's watching and they are thinking of asking me, can you send me a Reborn? Can you give me a Reborn? Please don't ask me this again, because the answer is no. The answer's always going to be no. I don't know why anybody ever asks this, I know people sell their reborns sometimes, but I actually don't, because, it's just something that I don't do. But I certainly, you don't value things if they're just given to you. So the answer to that is always going to be no. Please don't ask me for reborns. It's really not a cool thing to do.
Once they come here, they're here to stay.
Once they come here, they're here to stay. It's very rare that I rehome one of my reborns. I think it's happened twice in 6 years. So yeah, don't ask me for reborns.
And these two would never go anyways. They'd kick up a fuss if
They would indeed.
they were asked to go.
Yeah, but I'm quite surprised and amazed how much I get asked. Give me a reborn. Can you send me a reborn? That's just amazed me, to be quite honest. There you go. Anything else, or have we covered?
Will we ever stop?
Oh yeah. That's something that I get asked a lot.
Do they mean stop producing the channel, or do
No,
they mean
stop having
collecting
new
reborns?
babies, I suppose.
Oh, I see.
I don't think, if you're doing something that you really love and that makes you really happy. I can't speak today. If you're doing something that you really love and that makes you really happy, why on earth would you want to stop? It's something that I was often asked. Oh, I'm getting a new baby. When are you going to stop? Why would I want to stop?
In fact, we're trying actually to get some extra shelving and storage space to have the babies in this room, because some of them don't live in this room.
No, some of them have to live next door. We want them all in here with us.
And that means if we do that, logically, more babies.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing is, do you do things with them off camera or only on video? Of course we do things with them off camera. They're our family. It's not just for on videos. We don't live a double life. How we are with them on camera is how we are with them off camera. So yeah, we do stuff with them, and we hold them, and we feed them and change them and do stuff with them.
And if you think about it, we've only been doing the videos only quite a comparatively short time, really.
Yeah.
So to have the reborns and to do nothing with them for all these years doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't. And to be fair, not everyone's that way. Some people they have the reborns and they just use the things for pictures and things. But with us, they're like our family. So, we're very hands-on with them all the time, and it's what makes us really happy, and it's what kind of bonds them closer to us and us closer to each other. So yeah, we're very hands-on with our reborns. I think that's about everything.
I think that we've covered it all.
Yeah, we have. But that's just a few of the questions that we get asked quite a lot, and any others, we're always happy to answer them.
Definitely, don't hold back. Please do let us know, and
Leave a comment.
We'll do this again.
Yeah, we can do this again easily. Right then, let's let these two get back to what they were doing. It's lovely to have Bert on my lap again for a video. And thank you to those who've been enjoying Bert and Lacey's videos and leaving us comments, and to all the other videos too. And I shall be back tomorrow with a feeding video. In the meantime, you take care of yourselves and enjoy your babies. And let's be good to each other. You want to say bye-bye?
Yeah, I certainly do. Bye for now, and I really look forward to being with you all again.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.